Hello again, Trailblazers. My name is Thomas.
My name is CJ, and welcome back to a brand new year of Trailblazer Media.
We had our first day back on Monday, August 11th. In the morning, Mr. Maddock opened the day welcoming the new freshmen, starting with some icebreaker games like Donut on a String and our annual relay race. Following the opening ceremony, students went through all 8 class periods and lunch to get familiar with their new teachers, peers, and classrooms. We have about 12 new teachers this year, ones in all kinds of subjects like mathematics, science, language, and much more.
On Friday the 15th, the seniors of 2026 got together early that morning to enjoy some donuts, coffee, hot chocolate, and company while the sun rose over the Sierras. This year, seniors got their senior sweatshirts for free, designed by graphic design senior Ethan Watson. Lots of memories were talked about and captured through photo, even using the brand new drones to capture some unique moments. Speaking of drones, let's hear about some insight into the newest academies joining us this year.
To start off the new school year, AACT is proud to announce 2 new academies to replace the ones that moved to Debbie Smith High School, Aviation and Criminal Justice. Students will be able to take part in many opportunities as well as becoming more proficient in the real world.
So our academy, the Criminal Justice Academy, has 2 pathways. There's the law enforcement, focusing more on police procedures and what it's going to take to become a police officer, law enforcement officer. Forensics is different. So we are focused more on processing crime scenes. So after something unfortunate happens, we're the ones that go in, we secure, we process, we collect evidence, and then we analyze it and try to figure out what the story was.
Definitely met my expectations. There's a lot of notes which are kind of boring, but it really helps because once you have to take those tests to get your actual drones license, you're allowed to use those. So that really helps. The first couple weeks are really easy. We've flown drones a few times and the teacher's really nice.
The Aviation and Criminal Justice Academy will teach students about technical skills for jobs such as piloting planes and working around crime scenes.
This year we are going to be learning about everything law enforcement involved, including medical stuff, how to arrest someone, and safety procedures.
So some of the challenges that naturally go along with forensic science is just the really harsh reality of the ugliness of humanity. We're going to be using real case studies, so they're going to be exposed to what is essentially the absolute worst of the human psyche. And so the challenge of being able to view that from kind of a displacement, so they're a little bit separate from that because there's, we're still young, and that I think is going to be the hardest part, is being able to use those case studies in an educational way, hopefully without traumatizing my students.
So for this year, because everyone is going to be kind of in the year 1, like we're all working together up, we're really looking at the fundamentals, the basics of how flight works, the history of aviation. We'll be in flight simulators a little bit, we'll be flying drones a little bit, but the idea is really to understand every little topic. So we're going to go, a mile across, probably an inch deep, so that they can really see, like, is this the topic that I'm super interested in? Or is there a specific topic in aviation that I really want to look into more, so that then they can start looking at career paths, getting their pilot's license, getting their drone license, and starting to work on some of the flight training.
What a lot of students don't know is a degree in forensic science is not enough. They have to be willing to become a biologist, a chemist, a physicist, a microbiologist. So really what I'm preparing them for is the rigors of university, the critical thinking, the analytical thinking, collaborative, the lab skills, knowing how to handle lab equipment, how to think like a scientist, and hopefully that will set them up for success.
We're 100% new, and there's not really another school in the district to look at and get, if I run into an issue that I'm like, oh, I have no idea what to do here, I don't have somebody to run to. Luckily, there is a school in Southern Nevada that I can talk to, but I think that's one issue.
It's a lot of notes. We have a lot of studying that we have to do. We've been working with drones and getting our 107 license, so we're able to work with drones professionally.
The paths ahead for our newest academies may be difficult, but we'll be there cheering you on as our newest Trailblazers. Reporting for AACT Media, I'm Colton Brown.
It's great to have new faces and skills around the school. The first Academy Day was a success too. Everyone got a look at their full academy, including teachers and peers from all grades. During these meetings, academies discussed what kind of work they do, their events, and competitions. Some played games, and some talked through icebreakers. We will continue to have Academy Days and more opportunities for these groups to connect with each other and learn together.
Coming up this Wednesday, the 27th, is Open House. Here, all students and families are invited to stop by to greet teachers and AACT staff. Throughout the Commons, there will be informational tables set up for families to see what kind of clubs and activities are available for students to participate in. In case you don't see them at Open House, here's some information on the newest office staff at AACT.
Coming back into the 25-26 school year, we get to welcome our 2 new office staff members, our new assistant principal, Brianne Gonzalez, and our new clinical aide, Jenny Wallner. With a new unfamiliar setting means new things to look forward to as the school year progresses.
Watching how all you students advance in your academies, I think that's a really cool thing. I've never experienced anything like this before, so it's neat to see how you guys just do what you do.
Coming back into being a clinical aide, she's also had numerous other experiences.
I've been in the district for almost 30 years. I've always worked in the clinics, in elementary schools mostly. I've also worked in nutrition services and was a kitchen manager for a little while. Then I came back to this because it's what I love.
As we get to know Ms. Gonzalez, she's also looking forward to meeting you.
I'm excited to be a Trailblazer. I'm brand new here at AACT, so I'm excited to learn just about your culture and your school and how I can be a part of it. I'm excited for all of the new events we're going to have. So we have our dance coming up, we have the 8th graders coming to visit our campus, we have Spirit Weeks. I'm just excited to see how AACT rolls and how I can help be a better part of the school.
Before her new time here, she's also had experiences with other high schools.
Awesome. So I've been at Spanish Springs High School, Reed High School, and TMCC High School. I've had various roles. So I've been a teacher, I taught special education, I've been a dean, an intervention specialist, and most recently an assistant principal.
As the year goes on, we're excited to get to know them better. Reporting for Trailblazer Media, I'm Theo Fisher.
So many new faces around campus this year. We even have some new arrangements around the school. The student store can now be found under the nest and behind the hub where the Engineering Academy was previously located. This year's store leaders are Kaisa and Dylan with their new theme, 80s Arcade. They have a whole new look, decorations, and even items, including items like healthcare, birthday celebration, office supplies, and even a teacher section where they have ready-made meals. Expect to see more blue days this year, allowing for students to purchase any item throughout the day. And keep an eye out for new treats in the international candy section.
The Trailhead Cafe recently reopened last week with new managers Riley and Rebecca. Upcoming in the future, there are plans for deli sandwiches to be available. Aside from that, not too much is changing this year about the cafe. Students, staff, and parents are all welcome to purchase baked goods and drinks before or after school every day.
As the school year has begun, many high schoolers, college students, and aspiring filmmakers have gathered once again to compete in Reno's 48-hour film competition. This is one of the largest competitions in the world, reaching diverse regions like Scotland, Mongolia, Peru, and cities all across the United States. The 48-hour competition allows filmmakers to push their creativity to the limit, testing their skills, working through time constraints, teamwork, and wacky prompts.
So I've competed twice now. This is my second year doing it and my first time leading a team. And honestly, what I get out of it, it's kind of just like a film experience, a normal film experience, but you put it in hyperspeed in 48 hours. So it's just like so many experiences with more script writing, more producing, more, managing the team and making sure we have a good final product, but you squish it all together. So it really tests how well you can do in those things, and it just puts you under pressure, but it's a good pressure because it just makes you confident in what you know and what you need to work on.
So this is my first time actually competing. Thank you, Jack. But the most that I got out of this experience was kind of teamwork and also making sure that not everything has to be perfect. If you make mistakes, that's fine, and things will work out in the end.
The competition kickoff introduces details of the competition, rules, and the required prompts. Each year, there are 3 prompts that teams must include in their film for it to be qualified, typically consisting of a mystery item, a made-up character, and a line that must be delivered. Following the prompts, each team is given a random, different genre for their short film, adding to the complexity and challenging creativity.
So when compared to other film competitions, these prompts were honestly very similar, like very expected in line. We had a line of dialogue, we had a prop, and we had a specific character we had to include. And all the competitions I've done have kind of revolved around that same thing, as well as the genres. They're all pretty standard, and so it's a nice, like, okay, I know what I'm expecting here, I know what this is gonna look like.
So sci-fi and medical is kind of hard to incorporate into a movie based on the things that you're given and like the props that you're supposed to use and characters and quotes. But we ended up making it work, I hope, in our favor. But in comparison to other kind of competitions, you're on a time crunch, so you're trying to like think of as many ideas as you can to incorporate into your film. And I kind of honestly prefer that than having to like kind of create as you go and have more time, because then you end up procrastinating. So yeah.
Competitors typically start the brainstorming, writing, and pre-production process Friday evening, some even filming throughout the first night. Once filming is complete, teams work to edit their films and render them in time to upload their submission by the deadline.
So obviously with 48, the thing I think I'm gonna have the most trouble with is the time limit, but honestly in my case it ended up just being like, since I was putting everything together, it was really making sure everyone's happy and everyone's doing their part and everyone's able to like function and everyone's okay with everything. Just managing the team, it was a welcome challenge, it was a lot of fun, but that was honestly where I found the biggest stress over the actual time limit.
Some biggest stressors were definitely like the time limit and making sure that we got BTS shots and also kind of coming up with the story. There was a lot of back and forth between what we wanted to do in terms of like characters and how we're going to incorporate them and stuff like that.
With the grand screening on Saturday the 30th, many are excited to see what has come from this year's event. If you would like to know more, visit 48hourfilm.com for more information. Reporting for Trailblazer Media, I'm Gio Whittey.
Seems like a fun activity. Thanks, Gio. Right now, a fall fundraiser hosted by the Medical Academy is just starting up. They are selling shirts, raising awareness for breast cancer. These funds are directly supporting Medical Academy CTSO costs and Moms on the Run. With help from graphic design students and Mr. Hambright, these are shirts worn by medical students during October and, of course, anyone interested in supporting the cause. Medical Academy students now have order forms for anyone interested in purchasing a shirt.
And finally, it's time to announce the dates for Homecoming of 2025. The dance will be held Friday, September 26th in the back of the school as usual from 7 to 10 p.m. You can now vote for the theme, and once voting is decided, the theme and tickets will be announced soon.
Thank you for joining us this broadcast.
We'll look forward to seeing you next time on Trailblazer Media.
Bye.